Hey guys, I want to give you all an update regarding my channel and content. More specifically, I want to let you know what's new behind the scenes and content I'd like to make for the channel. The last time I did a video like this was in September when I released a video called Face Reveal and Upcoming Content. I ended up doing everything I said I was going to in that video, except for the Daft Punk review and ranking video. I know I've been teasing that video for a while and I will get it out eventually. I had begun working on it by the time I uploaded that aforementioned video in September, but I put it on hold once again to pivot towards the Creedamore retrospective videos. I might as well show you what I have so far, since the final video will have some differences. Daft Punk, a monumental giant in the world of electronic music. Hailing from France, they were a highly influential duo consisting of Thomas Bangalter and Guy-Manuel de Montecristo. It still kinda sucks I have to say were, even though they've been disbanded for quite some time, but I digress. For anyone who doesn't know, Daft Punk are my favorite music artists of all time. They were responsible for getting me into electronic music, and music in general. The first songs I remember hearing from them were Technologic, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and oddly enough, the live version of Face to Face. This was back when I was a kid, and even with my at the time limited taste in music, I thought all of those tracks sounded really cool. Sometime in 2014, I began to take a deeper look into their discography. I became a fan shortly afterwards, and the rest is history. I'm forever grateful to them for kickstarting my passion for electronic music. Now, if you're a longtime fan, or if you've even just taken a glance at my catalog of YouTube videos, you'll know that I've talked about Daft Punk several times before. For instance, I gave some thoughts on their 4 studio albums in my Daft Punk tribute video from early 2021. However, in this video, I'll be giving a more in-depth review of their albums and ranking each one from worst to best. Now, when I say worst to best, it's really more like good to amazing, since I like all of Daft Punk's projects. In addition to their 4 studio albums, I decided to include the Tron Legacy soundtrack as well. I won't be including their live albums, remix albums, or compilations in the ranking, but since I'm on the topic, I may as well give some brief thoughts on those. The 2 live albums I'd say are essential listening for any Daft Punk fan. Alive 2007 specifically is incredible, and it's my favorite live album ever. I don't listen to it often, but whenever I do, I always have a ton of fun with it. The remix albums are mixed bags, but each of them has their fair share of standout moments. Daft Club isn't nearly as bad as some people make it out to be. Music Volume 1 is a solid best of compilation with a few very nice remixes tacked on at the end. As for the 10th anniversary bonus disc of Ram, I'll go over that one later. It's not gonna affect where the main album will place in the ranking though. Alright, I think that's enough prelude. This is Daft Punk, all albums reviewed and ranked from worst to best. At number 5, I have By the way, yes, I now know that this isn't actually a picture of Guy-Man. I used the same image in my Creedamore retrospective, and was informed by a few commenters that it's not actually him. This will be fixed in the final video. Anyway, going back to the Creedamore deep dive, putting the script together and producing both parts started in October and ended in December. I'm pretty happy with the final pair of videos, outside of a few minor rendering issues. You may have noticed that some of the effects I used, like panning and zooming, weren't activated for like a fraction of a second sometimes. I've had similar issues in the past and it bugs me to be honest. I'm not sure if this was a result of either the computer or editing software I was using, so after finishing the Creedamore review, I decided it was finally time to replace both. Until mid-December, the computer I was using was a laptop I got all the way back in December of 2019. It's a refurbished model, so it was already older when I got it. It's definitely served me well, but last year it started having issues with the battery, and of course Windows 10, the main OS I've used on it, stopped receiving support in October of last year. Although the computer still works fine minus the battery, the model is too old to support Windows 11. So, last month, I bought a brand new, much more expensive and powerful laptop running Windows 11. It has more storage space and a higher resolution screen. That means I can actually capture screen recordings and screenshots in high quality now, so that's nice. Additionally, I've switched video editing software. Before, I was mostly using AVS Video Editor, which is easy to use and has most of the features I'd want, but rendering projects is a total crapshoot on that program. Sometimes I'd have no issues at all, while other times multiple parts of a video wouldn't come out properly. So, wanting something more consistent and powerful, I'm now editing videos with DaVinci Resolve. I've edited a couple of videos with it so far, and I'm quite pleased with it. I'm still learning the program, obviously, but I haven't had any rendering issues with it at all, which is great. The UI is fairly similar to Adobe Premiere, which is software I also have some experience editing with. Outside of this channel, I also put out 2 compilations of music last month on Bandcamp. One is a small collection of tracks I made way back in 2014 to 2017, while the other is a collection of more recent material from 2022 to 2025. If you're interested, you can find the link to my Bandcamp in the description. So now that I've gone through that, I'd like to let you know what I have planned for content in 2026. My next video will be the sampling of various electronic artists 25. I'm about halfway through making it, and my goal is to get it published by the end of this month. Last year, I only made 2 sampling videos, one of which was only on a single track. I definitely focused more on scripted content in 2025. With that said, I'd like to continue with both types of videos. I just have more ideas for the scripted videos compared to the sampling videos. But while I'm on that topic, one idea I have is to do a commentary on all of my sampling videos. This isn't a new idea, since I attempted to do this in 2022, but abandoned it. I feel if I tried it now, I'd be able to execute it a lot better. Though right now, I'm not sure if I should do it as a live stream or as a series of normal videos. If this sounds interesting to you, please let me know. Another video I'd like to do is a Roulé review/retrospective. Since I did this with Creedamore last year, it only makes sense that I give the Roulé label the same treatment. That's all for now. As always, if you have any feedback or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.